And I just kind of was just like, sucks, you know? And I started to really turn inward and start to develop some really poor habits. And I started to just like not like myself. And all my friends were doing yoga. And I'm like, what is this yoga? You know, and this at this time, I'm in my 30s at this point, had never done yoga. And they're all doing like this power yoga and this and that. And then finally I stumble on a friend that's doing just like straight blissful, like classic vinyasa or Ashtanga yoga. And I was like, okay, this I get. Because the rest I just saw as my world of like marketing and sales. And I was like, that is not, what the F is that? You know, I just didn't connect with it. And so once I found a yoga that I really connected with, what I found is that was something I could take with me and feel like at home, and like have something that was mine, even though I was in a hotel room, or have them that was mine, even though I was with like a bunch of like kind of, you know, in the world of luxury, I'm dealing with like 1%ers and like a world of people that just like I didn't have a lot in common with. And so, yeah, I turned to yoga and wellness as a way just to like ground myself and have a place to be like, this is where I'm home. And I found a studio I loved and teachers I loved. And it was like, it just kept me sane, honestly, and kept me from kind of going into that negative self-talk, negative everything. It kind of saved me, I would say. And then that's when I started dipping into personal development. You like hear about a book here, hear about a book there. And it's just like, oh my God, like I don't have to think like this.
Yeah.
Things don't have to be this hard.
Stagnate in your business or your life. And, you know, just reading daily, educating yourself daily, feeding your soul, your mind with really positive, good information, you know, it can be skill-based or just about mindset is really important. And I think, you know, I remember hearing that there's only three places to be in your business, and that's either blaming, justifying why you're not growing, or growing. So if you're not growing, you're blaming somebody else or some circumstance for, you know, not being able to do so, or you're justifying why you're standing still. And, you know, we all have excuses. We all have life happen to us. But, you know, I think for success, you need to put those things aside and just be truly focused. Another important thing is finding a mentor. Having a mentor in your business is key to kind of like staying on track and staying motivated and inspired. And you know, the beautiful thing in Arbonne is we don't have to pay for people to mentor us or train us or coach us, because we have, Tanis is my upline. She's my grandmama in Arbonne. So she didn't sponsor me directly, but her somebody she sponsored me, you know how it works. But you know I can reach out to Tanis for training. We get weekly trainings from the best. So, you know, having a mentor is pretty simple. I think you need to find a mentor in no matter what business you're in, or, you know, new hobby or something you want to start, because somebody's already been there and done that. You can learn a lot from them. You know, you wouldn't go to a broke financial planner, right? You wouldn't invest your money with a financial planner who was broke. So it's the same in this business. You want to follow in the footsteps of people who've succeeded. And then, you know, it goes back to, you know, your mindset is just stop making excuses why you can't do the business, because anybody can do anything they want in life. And, you know, if you have a big enough why or a big enough dream, you really can do anything. And it's only you and, you know, what goes on between the ears that will stop you from achieving those goals. And if you are stagnant or you're not feeling like you're growing, maybe your dreams and your goals aren't big enough. So I would say, like, shoot for the moon, just start having some really big goals, because it is what keeps us inspired and happy and healthy, is looking forward to something, looking forward to bigger and better. Right?
Turning into a muscle, and like that commitment to yourself that you're not gonna stop doing this because it works. And you're always gonna be on waves, right? You're gonna be on your highs and your lows. But if you keep a commitment to it and come back to things all the time, then you're gonna be fine. But if you're in the beginning stages and you just give up full stop, then, you know, that's not what you want to do. You just want to stay committed to a practice of some kind. And a lot of people will talk about the success of the morning routine, and I believe in that. But when you have a toddler, sometimes you have to adjust. And so I did have a period where I just stopped beating myself up, like, because my routine had to shift with her. But that's fine, it's temporary, and that's a big part of my life mantra is everything's temporary. And so you can adjust, right? So for now, my morning routine is more mid-morning, and then it'll go back to being, you know, the way I like it when the time is right. Or I do it with her, you know, I try to include her in like the morning routine type stuff.